Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Greg K6EGG live stream. It is the 3rd of November. All of a sudden, we're getting pretty darn close to Thanksgiving. Only a couple weeks away. Thank you all for joining me tonight, I should say. I decided to come on a little bit earlier tonight, obviously, than the past night I was on. I'm trying to get my full screen going here, and for some reason I can't. Oh, I know why. That's why. Hold on. Not 100% as always, 100% set up as always. So I did a live stream up in Diamond Bar. I found a good place. It has good cell coverage. Was just doing some testing on my newly more permanently installed radio ID-5100 in my car. The reason why I'm hesitating when I say that, I made it so I can take it out quickly, at least the head part. So, as you guys know, I'll just put in this camera view. Yes, that's some dirty clothes there, by the way. I blew this head up right here. As you guys know, yeah, I blew this head up. So this is pretty worthless. But I can tell you what's not worthless. Is this face here. So what I'm going to do is use this face. I'm going to keep it in my car with me, and I made it so the radio can come out fairly simple. I have a Anderson power poles on to my external battery, so I can yank that out and go take a walk in the park with it. Also, let me see here if I can... Yeah, that one's working. A little bit high today, but for some reason I don't know why. So, I came up with a few new plans. I'm gonna actually try to produce a video of not necessarily me installing the radio in the car, but the installation, not the actual process. Because I installed it, I took it out, didn't like the way the cables were ran. Also, like I said, I wanted to make it so I can yank it out pretty quickly. I used some Velcro. I know it sounds weird, but once you guys see the video, I haven't made it yet. I'm going to try to make it probably next week when I get some more parts in. I got to figure out a better way I can have my face displayed where I can see it when I'm driving, and it's not the screen is not reflecting off the roof of my car. I have a Model S Tesla, and it's all glass. So at night, it's like this big old giant glow inside my car. So I'm not very good at producing videos as far as editing down and stuff like that. That's not my thing. I might do a live version of it. I know Seth's mentioned. I'd rather actually do a little bit more of a produced video of it. That way I can get the Tesla people involved watching it, as well as the ham radio operators involved, or maybe a ham radio operator that is interested in getting an electric car and worried about how they can get everything going with the different voltages and stuff like that the electric car has. So with that being said, I think I'm ready to do some radio. Looking forward to that. Did have a good time up in Diamond Bar. Only made 3 or 4 contacts. I made one all the way over in Echo Park, not too far away from you, Jeff, and all the way over in Riverside. So that's a pretty decent sized coverage area. And both of them said I was coming in full signal. So I actually drove around that little park for a few minutes after I got done doing the live stream, just to see if there's a better place to go. And I think there might be where I can get some coverage over better into the San Bernardino County area, as well as into LA County. Didn't get that good of coverage in Orange County. I was hoping to get down in South Orange County, but that didn't happen. Yes, this live stream is brought to you in part by Red Bull. By the way, the owner just died. I love this stuff. I know it's not the best for you, but at least I'm not smoking or anything like that. But thank you guys all for joining me. It looks like 70 of you are watching tonight. I know a couple of the normal guys, Seth, probably probably Rob. His name is Dex. Actually, his real name is Rob, but he goes by Dex. Is watching the Philly game that was tied up. I think it's 2-1 Astros last time I checked. So if you guys want to jump in the chat, say hi. I see Jeff in there. I don't know who else is watching, but I'm going to do some amateur radio tonight. It's about time, right? One thing I haven't done in about a week, which I probably should do, and I'm going to do it here on the live stream right now. I'm going to update, see if there's an update for my Pi-Star. If I can find the dashboard there. No problem. All good, man. So you can go to update, which I'm going to do here, and there's upgrade as well. So I did this about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. I try to keep this baby up to date as much as possible. Doesn't look like there's too much updates going on here. And I also go to see if there's an upgrade available, which I doubt if there is. So far, this Pi-Star, I paid $109 for it. I have a second one here. It's done very good for me. No complaints on my end. Updating host file. So maybe there is an update because this is taking a little longer than normal, which is good. See if it fixed any errors, but I didn't have any problems with it. But maybe some new improvements and stuff like that. Once this gets updated, I'll jump over to DStar, probably, I don't know, 30 Charlie, 14 Charlie, 12 Alpha. Yeah, this is taking a little longer than normal here, so I'll just let this thing go here. What? What? Still updating host files. What is going on? TNC? So it looks like there was a dashboard update. Go into the configuration page, and then I go into, I don't know why it says I don't have a modem selected. I should probably show you guys what I'm doing here. And then I go to expert, and then I go to upgrade. There's update and upgrade. Upgrade is usually this Pi-Star operating system, which is 4.1.6. I check this probably once a month, which I doubt if there's an update. So, just as I assumed, there is no updates. What's going on, Sam? JJ? Terminal node connect. Oh. Ah. Interesting. And for those of you guys in Discord, if you're in there, which you're not, maybe I'm not in the right Discord. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry about that. I barely got everything working as it is there, Seth.
No worries. I'll join after net.
All right. I'm going to hook up our other little dealy bob right now. So you can uprate your sound effects from 2,500 miles away. You're up. I don't see you in there, by the way. Waiting for other users. There you go. I should hear it come back.
You've got mail.
So right now I am on 30 Charlie, but you guys are probably not surprised. Guess the dog is back. There was a dog that always barks, which you guys probably heard in the live stream at some point, is now back. You could probably hear him. That was cranked up all the way, by the way. I got all kinds of noise gates on, so in theory, you shouldn't hear him that much. I forgot I was going to text Dana, tell him I'm alive. This is Greg, K6EGG, monitoring reflector 30 Charlie from Southern California in the city of Chino. You want to try to get on Mr. Sam? Hey, Steve. I bought these from Sam Ash, I believe. They are Biodynamic DT770 Pro, and these are the 80 ohm versions. Look how skinny my head looks without the headphones, by the way. Here's the, so if you want to screenshot that right there, they're the 80 ohm version. I think they have a 160 ohm version. Nice to see you in there.
SoCal station, this is K6EGG. Hey there, Mike, truck driver. Just wondering, on Chino, since I've been to Cali quite a bit, I'm not too familiar where that's at, bud.
Hey there, Mike, K6EGG. Yeah, city of Chino. I'm about 40 miles east of downtown Los Angeles. If you're familiar with the Ontario truck stop, just south of that by about 2 miles or so. That gives you an idea up the 60 and 15 freeways.
Okay, so you like Riverside?
I love
or
them.
San Bernardino way. I try to, most of the time I try to stay out of there just because of traffic and stuff like that.
I love these. They're very natural sounding.
I've actually been able to analog, get in the old 435 and listen to the hoopla over there, and I think the wind system too.
I'm sorry about the wind system. Yeah, I'm the very eastern city of San Bernardino County. My county is on the edge of LA County, Pomona. Yeah, I don't blame you for trying to stay out of the Los Angeles area. I know I see a lot of trucks on Highway 60. They go into LA and into Long Beach to do drops at the whatever the ports over there. So Highway 60 gets very, very crowded, especially in the late morning hours with trucks, and it can take sometimes over 2 hours to go 40 miles or less. So I feel your pain. That's why I try to avoid going to work in traffic. I try to take some work that's later afternoon. So totally understand. So that gives you a pretty good idea where I'm at, though. Yes, and 435, not so much active anymore.
I think they went. Oh, they changed ownership and they moved. I guess the new owner like moved something, the transmitter or something. I don't know the whole story, but it's not as active as it used to be. As for the Wind system, they don't like me going on there because I live stream, so they kicked me off of there. I'm not officially not allowed to be on there, but whenever I go on there, they take me off the main part of the network.
Just getting them on. They sound great, man. Like I said, supernatural.
Yeah, I've noticed that a lot of them link systems in Southern California are kind of like the Bay Club. Don't use it unless you're in the club. I think the Papa system might be a little less inclusive, or maybe more inclusive than the Wind system. But no, I just thought it was kind of cool. You don't see a lot of guys popping through from SoCal, so very nice to meet you, bud.
Copy that. Nice to meet you as well. I'm actually a member of the Papa system here in the greater Los Angeles area. I think they're actually based in northern San Diego County. Great people in there. They don't care too much if you use the system. If you're not a member, they prefer you to pay, but if you don't, not that too big of a deal. If you are normal, yeah, of course. I think there's like a 30-day, 45-day grace period if you use it normally. But I've talked to people that aren't members. I'm not going to like rat them out or anything. It doesn't make much sense. As long as it stays active, and I think if people use it more, I think naturally they'll probably end up paying anyways. But good people over there, they try not to run people off, just like I just kind of mentioned. We try to make it inclusive as possible. So good people over there. And I also have a DStar machine that's connected to 12 Alpha that's overlooking, that's on Santiago Peak.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think that's actually where the 435 machine's up. I think there was an issue with like internet stuff, but I took my kid up there. I got a 6-year-old kid. I'm from Michigan. I took him down to just north of San Diego on La Jolla. I think that's how you say it. There's the beach, the children's beach that they turned into where the sea lions hang out. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Yep.
Absolutely. I think the sea lions come out towards March time, but I'm not 100% sure. They're not there all the time. I know there's some of them, but a majority of them, they go up north this time of year. But yeah, I want to take my daughter down there. I'm very familiar with La Jolla, and yes, you said it right. And there's a street off the 15 that starts with a J called Harupa, which 90% of the people, including the traffic reporters, always get wrong. So you did very good not being from California, saying that name right.
Wonderful. Yeah, because I spend a lot of time down in San Diego. I drive truck and I pull trailers out of San Diego down in San Diego. They bring them up from Tijuana and stuff. So, but I didn't mean to clog it up. I just wanted to say, hey, man, it's kind of cool to see a guy from California on here, and maybe sometime I'll pitch on analog out there.
Copy that. Yeah, I'm generally listening to the Papa system on one VFO, either DStar or the analog UHF side of the Papa system, or 146.520. So one of the three. If I'm in my car, and I'm in my car about 2 hours a day. So pretty good chance you can catch me at some point if you're mobile. So good to hear you in there, man. And where exactly you at right now?
Actually, I'm in just inside of North Carolina, north of Chapel Hill. So kind of in the middle of nowhere at the moment.
And I see that it sounds like you're on your ID 52. Sounds really good. And I'm guessing you're into a hotspot, being in the middle of nowhere on an HT.
Yeah, that's correct. KHQZ or KHQZ. Yeah, so I use a hotspot for DStar, DMR, and I have an Allstar node that I can get into like any Allstar connected analog repeater systems. So it's kind of cool for checking in that's at home, and I always kind of monitor the one system over Allstar, which is kind of cool wherever I'm at. So that's actually a clear node. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it's a hot spot that lets you do analog via Allstar links and stuff.
Yep, I do have a clear node. I like it a lot. I use it every day, mainly for monitoring. I listen to I guess it's a Puget Sound net that's on pretty late at night from Seattle, and there's another one on from Chicago on the 220 band. It starts at like midnight my time. I can't think of the name of the call sign, but usually they do kind of like a little trivia thing, or they just kind of BS there or whatever. But I do use it mainly for monitoring, but I use it almost every night.
Perfect. I could never plug that guy enough. What he did with that thing is, I mean, it's amazing. I wish I would have seen it sooner. So, all right, well, I'm going to get out of here, bud. Very nice to meet you. And like I said, man, next time I'm in, like, coming down Elko, and I'll shoot my call sign out there on, you said Papa System, right?
Yeah, Papa System or 5.2. One of the two. If I'm in the area, I'll definitely give you a call back there. So, and it's good to meet you too. There, K6EGG. And just to let you know, I'm also live streaming currently on YouTube with a link in my QRZ profile as well. You can just type my call letters into the YouTube search engine. That will bring me up too.
Awesome. I'll check it out. Thanks, bud. This is K6EGG, and I'll be standing by.
Thank you, sir. Have a good one.
Good to make a nice new QSO there. Familiar with the San Diego area? San Diego is beautiful. Even all times of the year, it's beautiful. By the way, I'm drinking my melted snowflakes now. Sam, I don't think I see you in the moderator chat there. And anybody new coming over from 30 Charlie, welcome aboard. Got to turn your audio down if you're going to go up. I appreciate you watching, and anybody new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
Romeo Papa uniform checking in with K6EGG.
Hey, what's going on, KC3RPU? This is Greg, K6EGG. I almost screwed up my own call letters, but that probably wouldn't be a surprising thing, would it?
Huh.
This is KC3 Romeo Papa uniform. No, I messed it up. That was my fault. So it probably threw you off, too.
I'm always thrown off. I can't even get my own call sign right. Even if a call sign's written down in front of me, I can't get it right. So good to hear you. How you doing tonight?
This is KC3 Romeo Papa uniform. I'm just doing good out here in Delaware. Just checking in with you and saying hi.
Copy that. Good to hear you out there. I got pretty much my ID51 installed in my new car. I'm just waiting for a mount I can mount my face to. I need something a little more stable than what I had before in my other car. I had a Chevy Volt before, and now I have a Tesla, and there's nowhere really to mount anything to. So I'm going to use a what do you call it? Drink adapter, drink holder adapter, and it's an iPhone or whatever screen, whatever you can like latch on with clamps onto your screen. So I'm going to use that. Try that out tomorrow and see how that works out.
Melted snowflakes.
I got one of those, and they actually work pretty good. They're pretty sturdy. I actually ordered it off of Amazon. I have one, and it holds up the remote head and the microphone system for my Yaesu FTM400. Works really good, but my only problem is I've got a Ram 1500 Warlock, and they are like watertight. So I'm going to have to blast a hole through the firewalls to get some wires run through to the battery.
Yeah, I had trouble myself because I don't have a 12-volt battery in my car. It's basically a capacitor, and the cigarette lighter adapter, which you shouldn't use anyways, which I found out the hard way, is 16 volt, so it won't power the ID51 radios properly. So I had to use a external battery, which I have it in a really good place. I can yank it out of my trunk and I can yank it out of my car within 5 seconds. So it's gonna not be that big of a deal. Not as big as a deal I thought it was going to be having an external battery. And I actually think it runs a little bit cleaner too. I heard people say I'm not as wavy as I was before, and my audio sounds a little bit cleaner. So I don't know. Take that with a grain of salt, I guess.
This is KC3 Romeo Papa uniform. I was talking to somebody last night that said that they had installed a radio or tried to install a radio in one of the EV cars, and it did not work at all hardly, or they couldn't get it to work because there was too much interference. Something in there was generating interference.
I don't know if they're running an HF radio or not, but I'm running a ID5100, and it is super clean. I have about a 1-to-1 match on a VHF, and UHF at like a 1-to-1.2, 1-to-1.3. I have no complaints. It sounds super clean. And that's using a couple different antennas. I still had about the same match. So I guess it depends on the radio and how you got it wired and everything else. I don't know how they're wiring it. I could see it if that particular car has a battery and it's connected to the power system that has inverters and stuff. I could definitely see how that could be an issue.
This KC3 Roman Papa uniform. Yep, I know the inverters definitely cause interference and everything. He was running Yaesu FT991A, and he's got some good antenna systems and never had problems with it before. But as soon as he installed it in his wife's car, maybe she sabotaged it.
That could always be the case. The car's pissed off at him. Yeah, I've heard stories. I've also heard the same stories with people that have solar panels on their house and run HF, which I've had run HF here, at least 10 meter, and I've not heard any noise. I don't have any noise at all. And funny thing is I'm not my radio's not grounded at all. So maybe luck of the draw, or just the way it's wired or the way the house is wired. But I've definitely heard that happen before.
It's KC3 Romeo Papa uniform. Yeah, when I run out in the field and everything, I run floating grounds, so I have no problems there. I've never had a problem with it, but everything works good. But like I said, I think his wife might have put something in the car just to give him all kinds of noise interference, because she hates when he runs radio in the car.
Well, that's unfortunate. I don't know if you talk to him. Try running tell him if he has the money, running an external battery. I'm doing it right now, and I actually think that radio sounds cleaner in that car than it did in I had a Chevy Volt, and I ran it off the battery. It was clean, but I don't see any issues with it. So I don't know. Maybe fiddle around with it. I also put some copper tape on the leading edge of my trunk where my super gainer mount is at, to give myself a little bit better of a ground plane, because a majority of the electric cars don't have a very good ground plane because they're a mixture of aluminum and composites. So that could be another issue too, that maybe a ground plane might be an issue.
You guys all remember that, huh?
This is K6EGG runs off uniform. Well, in my days of hooking up radios in vehicles, I'd be worried about, with all the different metals and stuff they have going on, I'd be worried about corrosion. That would be my main thing.
Yeah, I don't know enough about corrosion as far as dealing with the composites and how that works, but I personally didn't experience any with my car that was 6 years old when I sold it about 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago. I just think that this current car I have, the Tesla, it just seems to have a better match and everything sounds a little bit better. I also spent a little more time putting the antenna system on, so I kind of learned from my mistakes on my first car, at least how to mount it. This is a lot more secure, I think. So I think it could be a combination of issues.
And once again, anybody new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Much will be appreciated.
Okay, I'm going to let you go, but if you're running a Tesla, just make sure you got a couple of fire extinguishers in there and everything, okay?
I think it's going to be all right. I see cars on the road burnt out all the time. I don't think I should have an issue, but you never know. It's new technology, but I think it'll be fine.
Speaking of battery technology,
this is K6EGG. Yeah, we ran a net last night, and that was the topic of discussion. Is if anybody would try switching over to an electric car and everything, out here on the East Coast. And I told them I travel a lot between the East Coast and the West Coast, and so with all my traveling and all the hard work that I do up on the ranch, I don't think an electric car would ever hack it. So I'm sticking with gas.
Yeah, you know what, and I agree with you 100% on that. I don't think electric cars and electric vehicles are necessarily a way of the future. I think it's an alternative way to commute short distances. So I'm definitely with you on that. Everybody, has their situation. What's good for them and what's not. I know people that live in apartment complexes, so it'd be impossible to get a car charged. For me, I'm lucky enough I have solar panels that are paid off, and I have a free place to charge about 90% of the time when I go to work, so it actually saves me some money. So, and I don't have to deal with too much maintenance as well. But like I said, it just depends on your situation.
Red diesel. So speaking about batteries exploding, let me show you a photo of let's see if I can bring it in here. I don't know if he's going to 73 out.
Well, I'm going to keep my horse. My horse is dependable. It won't have a flat. I just feed it a few oats and it keeps going. Them old Model Ts are noisy. Put off a bunch of fumes.
Gabe right there, I believe.
And they have a flat and you're dead in the water. But I'm just going to keep my horse.
I'm just going to walk to work. Screw it. Uphill both ways.
I wanted to bring in the reason why I was showing this picture right here. This battery I kept in my car in my Volt. I didn't realize it was there. I was going to put it on. I was going to show you guys this a couple weeks ago when I cleaned out my.
The gas engine will always be around.
I agree with him.
Just like the horse, We didn't get rid of all the horses. We still have horses. And people
just another alternative way to commute.
And I think the gas engines and cars will still be around, but these electric cars are something. Tell them what's around the corner. If they just get a good infrastructure, in for them.
It's going to be a long time.
I don't have a Tesla. I've got a Nissan Leaf. I had it for like 4 years. 4 years? 5 years. And I love that little car. So, I have had zero maintenance.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was looking for with my car. The particular model I have in the drivetrain of the car only has, I believe, like 11 or 14 moving parts. I can't remember which one. I gotta look it up. Which is pretty impressive. So less moving parts means less maintenance and wear and tear. So I feel you on that. Definitely, if they get the infrastructure up, I think you might see more in the bigger cities. But I don't know, out in the middle of nowhere, I'd rather have a gas engine, to be honest with you, because you don't know what could happen out there unless you got some power system at your area or something like that. I wouldn't want to be stuck somewhere. I can get gas a little bit easier.
So this is a battery I had in my car for 6 years that I forgot about, and it exploded. And I didn't even know. It was in the bottom of my trunk.
All right. I'm going back and forth from listening to DStar and running to the other room. They're watching the ball game, and so I'll go see how the Astros are doing. I'll be back. K5JKI.
Copy that. KI5JKI.
Oh, I forgive you, Greg. I forgive you, but it's Kilo Alpha.
Did I say K5?
44-year-old call. All right, I'm going to go check the Astros out.
KA5, right? I thought I said KA5. Did I say KA5? It was not in my pocket. It was in. I had a little bottom.
KJ7 SBN monitoring 30 Charlie.
I had this battery at the bottom of my my sub trunk or whatever.
What up, man? How you doing, Adam? KJ7 SBN. This is Greg, K6EGG.
K6EGG, Greg, how's it going tonight?
Good. I was actually thinking about you the other day because I got booked on some stuff in Vegas at the beginning of December. So maybe we can get together on the radio there locally on VHF or something, or possibly in person.
Yeah, copy that. I just got on the radio and I heard you talking with other stations, so I figured I'd pop on the radio here for a little bit.
Did I say it right, though? What's up, Dan? Nice to see you in there.
Yeah, copy that. You're sounding good. Thanks for popping in there. Maybe we get some stuff started here on 30 Charlie. I listened a little bit earlier before I came on. It was kind of quiet. I was surprised, but digital mode seemed to be quiet the last couple months.
What's going on, Dan? Andy?
Yeah, it's 30 Charlie's been relatively quiet lately because I usually monitor this quite a bit, and I'll usually go over to 1 Charlie more often than not. But, yeah, 30 Charlie's been relatively quiet lately. I think you said you're for the first part of December.
Yeah, I'm actually just looking in my calendar right now. Somewhere around between the 7th and the 9th, possibly to the 10th out there, yeah.
Okay, copy that. Let me look at the calendar here. If you're going to be here at 7 through the roughly the 10th, I should be off Thursday and Friday. So that's the Thursday and the Friday, the 8th and the 9th. If you want to get together then, whether on the radio or for a quick bite to eat, just shoot me an email or get me here on the radio. I'm generally on, but we'll figure out the details later.
Copy that. Tentative, obviously, depending on my work schedule. I don't know what what they're going to have in store for me as far as hours. Sometimes I have a lot of free time in the morning. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I have free time at night. So we shall see. But good to hear you in here, and hopefully maybe you could show me some good local frequencies to get on to make some contacts.
Yeah, copy that. Just let me know. Shoot me an email or get me here on the reflector. Just let me know. Like I said, I'm off Thursdays and Fridays as of right now, unless I have to go into work for whatever reason. But just let me know. Let me know, and we'll figure it out. So I'll let you go, and so you can make some more contacts here and on 30 Charlie. So I'll call 73 for right now. K6EGG from KJ7SBN, and I'll be clear on your final.
Copy that. KJ7SBN 73 to you. I'll take a standby here for a few minutes. I've been talking on here for about a half hour. Maybe let somebody else jump in there, but I appreciate it. And you take care, and hopefully we'll be in touch. This is Greg, K6EGG on Reflector 30 Charlie, also currently live streaming on YouTube with a link in my QRZ profile.
Little steakhouse in Texas. That sounds good. That sounds really good, actually. I hope I'm not the only person talking on here.
Baba Booey.
Well, I guess we got Seth in here now.
Yo. I'm am I going back and forth between two chats?
Are you double fisting it, so to speak?
We're both double fisting it.
Yep.
You guys are both on the same net?
Of course.
I have to join that one of these days. Listen to it at least. I don't want to live stream it, obviously.
I think with your current choice of words, Greg, you fit right in.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Jeff, I think you would fit in.
Yeah, you just need to prioritize what you want to do when you have some free time. Do you want to do this net, or do you want to live stream? You might be able to do both, but I don't know if you really want to live stream this net.
Yeah,
No,
it's probably a little
that's somebody else's playground.
Yeah. It's probably PG. It's probably PG-13, a little worse than that, I'd say. R-rated, maybe, as much as you can get on radio.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather be.
But don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It's a fun net.
This is November 9, Kilo India Whiskey listening.
Good. Somebody else is talking on there.
I see Mr. Booger is in the chat. Dan.
Booger.
Mr. Booger.
Mr. Booger.
Mr. Booger.
Hey Greg, am I allowed to have sound effects for the regular listeners of the stream?
Sure.
Pick a winner.
Would you like to make a comment?
Fuck you! John K-I-W. I think it was K.
Sorry, what was that?
K-I-W. I heard you in there. You're making it into the.
Did I say that guy's call sign wrong earlier? I thought I for sure said it right. K-A-5-J-K-I. I went and listened to it, and I thought I said it right.
K-A-5-J-K-I, I believe it was. N-I-K-I-W here. Hey, Miss Chip Charlie
I didn't see anybody else in the chat say I messed up, so
Yeah, I just thought I'd
I wouldn't
give a
put it
holler
past
out
me,
there,
but
if anybody was listening.
Neither would I.
So come back with your name and QTH, over.
I'm actually going to produce a video, maybe.
Do you know how to produce?
I know how to
Without-
I know how to
Wait,
live
wait, wait.
produce.
Greg, with or without a black leather couch?
The producers would like to see something. It's for the producers. Without a couch.
My name is John, but I go by Chip.
How about
Chip.
a desk
So, yeah, okay.
chair?
Gotcha.
A desk
Yeah,
chair.
well,
yes.
Office chair.
Sports going on there, football,
Wait, hold on a second. We have a. Hold on.
in Houston,
Hey,
not
Greg, we have a
sure if
sad
you're
ham.
sports
Dan
guy,
says
but,
he's in the sad
I was
ham
thinking
club.
about
He
that.
is in a sad ham club.
You got the
There's only one.
the
There's only
Eagles
one
and
thing
the
to do for that, Greg.
Texans, and then
Yep.
the Phillies and the Astros. I wonder when the last time that happened.
Well, I'm waiting for it.
Two groups of
Oh, that one.
places. Little side note there, but yeah, very good. Yeah, I'm just
It's like, oh,
on the
thank you.
laptop here. Got a blue.
But I want to put together a video. I don't want to
And,
have like
So just been playing around in the last couple of weeks with DStar.
I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I don't want to like
do
show
have
people how I did the
a
install. I want to show people
DMR
the
AC.
install of my car.
I've just been playing around on the
I don't want to show
computer.
the process of it because I just think that's to me. I think it's
Checking all-
boring.
all the
I
different
just want to show you my
reflectors
setup
and
is the
all the
best way I
different
can
modes.
describe it.
What you don't want to share with people how you do things. The more you know, the
Well,
more
I
they
mean,
know.
It's running cable.
more they know.
There's like 15 million videos of how people install stuff on cars.
So make it 15 million in one, Greg.
Not
Come
gonna
on.
do it. Not gonna do it. I'm not gonna bore people. People usually skim past that. And then I drilled a hole through the firewall and I pushed the cable through. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna rant because it's not much. There's not much to what I did because I can take it out in like 5 minutes. You okay over there with the music?
Well, I figured that since you said you're gonna do a boring video, I would provide the boring soundtrack.
God. Really?
Everything okay there, Jeff?
Yeah. I'm talking about you and your boring soundtrack.
So
Wow.
yeah, I just want to show. I want to get the Tesla audience, which it's a very large audience on YouTube, but there's like 1,000 different YouTube channels. Oh, I picked up my Tesla at the delivery center.
Those are boring.
Those are very
Yeah, those are
boring.
big.
Oh,
You gotta make it exciting with good editing.
I have a panel gap in between, and it's like a 1/4 inch thicker than it should be.
You know what? The only time I think it'd be interesting is like I think BMW's had the European delivery for a while, where you could drive the car around Europe for a while and then
I was
return it
gonna
and
do
then
that.
pick
Yeah.
up and get it in the U.S. and like you saves you money as well as being fun.
I've only seen a couple videos of that.
My friend did that. Like, he obviously not a YouTube guy, but he did that about 10 years ago, and it was a fun trip. I wasn't on it with, but I heard it was a fun trip because he drove over. They had the European maps in the car. He drove around
Yeah.
Germany and all. Like, I said, why don't you just drive to London? He didn't want it because of the other side of the road, but basically he had the car do what he wants for like a week or so, and then he dropped it off somewhere, flew home, and then a few months, like 2 months later, he picked it up.
Keep that in mind because
Yeah, it takes
You know,
a
after they
while to
ship it
get
over-
back.
You scrub it or whatever.
They have to what?
Just scrub it because of all the you're going from continent to continent, so they gotta clean it and stuff. Get rid of any like
Decontaminize.
decontaminate.
Why do they have to do that?
Because of bugs and viruses.
Those things would
that
be
stick to
dead.
your car.
Come on.
never
That
know.
would be. Oh, come on. I've never heard of that.
You've never
I've
heard
heard
of
of
decontamination? OMG, Greg.
For cars over in Europe? Oh, come on.
Yeah, you know how you got like the zebra mussels and like strange fish in their invasive species?
What, like 3-eyed fish or something? What?
Yeah, you get the 3-eyed fish and the snake fish and whatever not
The
stuff.
carp
eating
in the
like
Mississippi? Okay.
Yeah, so those things come from other countries, and they come here either like in like the on boats, like in the ballast tank, or in by other means.
Yeah,
like,
but dead bugs on your
contaminated
car? Come on.
No, not bugs on your car.
That's what the other sad ham said.
Hey,
You need to
no,
clean
no.
all the bugs off the car.
In the
Where do you think
car.
those quote unquote invasive species come from? Outer space?
Yes. That's why they locked the moon people in for 2 weeks after they landed here.
That's because the space Nazis live on the dark side of the moon.
There is no moon. The moon is flat.
No, the Earth is flat. The moon is
Oh.
made out of cheese.
God, whatever am I thinking? You're right. But yes, on a serious note, I know one person that's done the European delivery, and he absolutely loved it. And it only took like 6 weeks to get his car.
I thought it was about 8 weeks, my friend. But
Well, it depends on the timing too.
Yeah,
when you drop it off, because I know people that send cars over to Hawaii. They drop it off on a Thursday and they can pick it up the following Friday.
Huh.
So it just depends on the timing. You know, if you drop it off on Monday, you get the following Friday after next.
Right after the ship, you know,
Yeah,
for the next
because
ship.
it's only like 6-7 days to get over there.
Yeah, well, that's also different. It's the same country, but I know the agriculture rules are, are special.
You've been
over
to
there.
Hawaii, right?
Once? Yep.
You have to go through agricultural
It's a
check.
special. It's like a third. It's like customs, but not really. You know, even domestic flight. You know, you guys still go through the agricultural check.
You actually have to go through an agricultural check to go back into California if you drive from Vegas. I always put a banana on my my dashboard when I
Windshield?
go through there too.
Were they looking for dead hookers in the back of the trunk?
I don't know what they're looking for. I blew through it once, and I thought I was going to get in trouble, and they never pulled me over.
The last time I drove into California from Arizona, like we saw where like the booth would be, but there's no one there.
They're having a funding problem with that. I don't know where.
No, this was like 10 years ago, so maybe it's intermittent or maybe it wasn't.
It's not always open. They redid it. It's a new one.
Okay.
It's over. It's closer to state line now. It's before the Mountain Pass if you're going south.
This is to Arizona, so I guess this is I-10. I think it's I-10. I could be wrong.
I can't remember where they have that one at. They also have a border crossing, a immigration stop out there. Either the 10 or the 8. I can't remember. One of the two out there.
I think in Arizona you're talking about, or California?
No, California.
Because if you go to, I think it's 19 maybe, because there's one where like there's a, like
The
you're
8?
going from Arizona, like you're in the U.S., but you go like a few miles outside Nogales, Arizona, and there's like a semi-permanent like tent where there's like customs, like where not customs, well, border patrol. I mean, the one time I went through it, like I think they took one look at me and my passenger and was just like, okay, go ahead.
I never get stopped. I don't think I've ever gotten stopped there.
Well, you and I don't fit their profile, who they're looking for.
But I had somebody that I was with that got stopped that fit their profile.
Huh.
His name happened to be Jose. Not being racist or anything, but that was really his name. Is really his name. Yeah. I was gonna do the European delivery thing. I wanted to. Yeah. It's actually cheaper. You get the car cheaper.
Yep, and you get a cool trip to Europe out of it too.
Well, you got to pay for your own.
Yeah, but the thing
is,
but the amount you save is, it offsets.
Yeah, you save on tax.
Do you get any Haagen-Dazs when you're over there?
I don't know. I've never done it. My dad took a tour through the BMW plant when he was over there a couple years ago. They wouldn't let him take pictures. Did he get
any Wiener Schnitzel?
No, but they gave him beer at the end of it or something weird.
Well, the Europeans the Germans are very.
So yeah, they had beer tasting at the end of it or something. I remember him saying, like, what?
Nice.
They were like super strict on video and pictures, like on anywhere of the site. Which you figure they want to promote it.
Did they all have mustaches?
I don't know. I wasn't there. He didn't take any pictures. I wasn't involved with that. I think Elon Musk should do that. Tesla delivery. You could fly into Fremont, go into San Francisco, drive your car around San Francisco, and see other people pooping everywhere.
Yeah, who wants to go to San Francisco?
I mean,
Who wants to go to San Francisco? They got men running around their underwear with hammers.
actually, San Francisco is a beautiful city, but I hate going into the city.
Netherlands is the place to go. Okay, that's interesting. Dan,
Was that where the red light
level?
district is?
say that is that.
There's
Yes, that
red
is the
lights?
red. Yeah, well, there's red light in a lot of places in Europe. But you know what's funny? The very first time I was in Amsterdam, speaking of cars,
Oh,
I'm
boy.
walking around somewhere in Amsterdam.
Here we go.
What? And I see a car with the state of Kansas plate. I'm like, you're a little lost. That was end of story. Sorry, Greg.
Kansas
wasn't
plate?
Yeah, Kansas State in Europe. I'm like, that wasn't exactly a exciting
Might be
story.
a military.
Was it
'Cause
on
you
the
could
back
send-
of the car or on the front of the car?
The back.
Huh.
So like it was like an actual. I think it was a service, like a U.S. military service member that just happens to be stationed there and they didn't get the plates, the German plates or whatever.
Could be. They need to widen the area on the back of cars for that. American cars have to widen the license plate area.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a. I mean, I'm not a.
I
don't know
think
anything
you don't.
about that.
If you're on a U.S. base, you could drive around the base. You could still keep your U.S. plate on there because it's
Yeah.
considered U.S.
I-
territory. And
I did
Dan's too
one-
sad of a ham to go on an airplane.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've also. Greg, do you know where Bletchley Park is?
No.
That is where the Brits and Alan Turing cracked the Enigma machine during World War II. In England,
Wait, what's the
So-
name of it you said?
Bletchley Park.
I know I've heard it before, but it doesn't sound like the right name, but I believe you.
I think it's Bletchley. I'll look it up. I was saying is, but I went there because I wanted to go there because that's pretty cool. And I'm like, what does stop me in the parking lot? A car with Virginia plates. You know, and
Did it
the
say-
steering wheel on the left. You know, like a U.S. car. And there was at least as of 4 or 5 years ago an amateur radio station there. They were going to let me operate, but that was
Yes,
back
there
when I
is
was
Yes,
that
there
was when
is
I
a-
was a tech, and I did not have any outside of the U.S. operating privileges.
And you can get on, Dan, you can get on one Charlie and defend yourself. I will say this. I saw, speaking of plates in a weird spot, there was like 4 or 5 different, I would say, what would you call them? Supercars? Like Lambos and whatever else. They all had like Middle Eastern license plates, like booking on a mid-city on the 10.
Huh. The front or the back?
Back.
So,
And then I looked on YouTube, and apparently there's a group of like chic sons or something that travel around the world and just try to drive in different areas of the world like once a year or something like that. That's their hobby.
Yeah.
Which is, if I had money, I would do that, I guess.
Still haven't asked from Brandmeister DStar. There is some there's some connections, but it's more certain talk groups. I don't think there's a one Charlie
No.
bridge from Brandmeister.
No.
Let me
Yeah. Let's do that.
I wouldn't say Dan's a sad ham.
Well,
I
he
don't know why
seems
you
a little
think that.
sad. He's making sad comments. This
I know,
if
I
he's so
messaged-
sad, this go to the YouTube chat. How does that sound?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, Greg.
But Dan, don't turn off your streaming of the YouTube channel though. I'm gonna move over to the YouTube chat. Are you okay over there, Jeff?
Yeah, just grabbing my dog.
He said he's grabbing his dog. I wonder what
All right.
dog he's referring to.
Which person are we referring to?
Jeff.
Ah,
Dan, you can get in here now.
give me a minute. I'm gonna sign off my other.
Oh,
net.
he's not in the YouTube chat. He's in the general chat. Come on.
Well, he can see the YouTube chat now.
Oh, there's Mr. Sad Hams in here.
Mr. Sad Ham in the house.
Hey.
No, you said, Greg, am I okay? I was like, yes. I was grabbing my dog.
Which dog are you
I think you
referring
just said
to?
grabbing your dong.
That's what I
No, my
thought you said.
dog. the pug.
It must have been the digital artifacts I heard there. Is that a code? Your pug?
Greg, everything okay in Chino tonight?
So far, I was in Diamond Bar, not too far away from N7 UFT.
So where was you N7 UFT?
I think he was taking care of some personal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear this bad ham?
Yeah, but you sound like poo-poo. You got to have better audio to come on the air.
I'm gonna be honest.
I'm an audio snob.
Greg, I had to take a look there. I swear, I thought that was Scott number 1 instead of
It did
Dan.
sound like Scott number 1.
It sounded like Scott number 1.
I wonder if Scott number 1 is watching tonight.
Well, Greg, make a funny face and let's see if we get a screenshot of it in about 10 seconds after it happens.
There, I just made one for him.
Let's
I
see.
wonder if he can connect to that new Papa repeater in the Central Valley. I think it's Papa 31.
Ooh.
I heard it has coverage from Bakersfield to Stockton. So don't forget to go to the papasystem.com, I believe.
You know, Dan, I messaged you before.
Cornbread's up.
Hey, what up, Cornbread?
You did?
I did. Private message you, buddy, about 7 minutes ago.
I don't see anything.
Probably
because I'm a bad ham.
Why do you sound so muffled?
I don't know, Greg. I don't have $5 equipment.
You're on the air,
the
so
stream.
you got some $high equipment.
I got a Dixie cup and a string.
With a fiber converter?
Yeah.
You're on now. You want to defend yourself? We came over here for you.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
33GON.
You want to make a comment?
By the way, I heard that yesterday.
Did you?
I did.
He's back?
He's back. Yep.
Oh,
it was only
boy.
once.
Just
it was
one.
during the Insomnia Net.
Oh boy.
So if you want me to defend myself about flying, here's the thing. An airplane is basically a missile full of fuel with passenger seats. No, thank you.
Really?
So you worried about blowing
that's
up?
it.
Are you not worried about crashing? You're worried about blowing up?
Worried about it all.
So suck it up for 10 hours and you get to go see a really cool place. And Greg's got to change over to the Haley cam.
It's the Haley cam. She just got done with gymnastics.
Nice.
Here's the thing. I was invited to go to San Francisco because the Gillig Bus Company is building one of our buses. And seeing how I'm the head mechanic and my boss, we both have to go down there to inspect the bus before they ship it. I don't want to do it because I'm scared to get on the plane.
Well, then again, who wants to go to San Francisco too?
I think you do, Greg. You keep talking about it.
You know what? Ask my wife how I feel about San Francisco. We were there, and we got out of there as soon as I could after the wedding we went to last. The quicker I can get out of that city, the better.
Yeah, even the guy that was doing the whole thing, he told us that if we do come down, do not leave your hotel after dark.
Oh boy.
And if you do leave your hotel after dark, make sure it's not for a long period of time.
It's that bad.
Interesting.
Some areas are worse than others. It's like any other big city.
Well, it also depends where the Gillig bus facility is, I guess.
That is true. In parts of Oakland, you do not. I know guys that got in their car.
Wait. Is
this
this San Francisco or is this Oakland we're talking about?
Well, it's very Oakland's very similar.
I know
to
they're next
crime.
to each other, but it's like yeah.
Well,
yeah.
they're not really. They're not next to each other.
Across the bay.
Yeah,
they're across the bay. That's next to each other.
So what's the fear of flying? You worried about blowing up? All the above?
The biggest thing is we all know man-made objects fail.
Of course.
An airplane is a man-made object, and it will fail. Everybody says, oh, it's safer than driving. Well, that may be the case, but when it does crash, it kills more people at one time.
I've never.
I'm not getting any help from my argument here. Come on, guys.
You're talking to a million miler here or more. I do not get nervous on airplanes. I've had. Okay, I was with Alicia one time. We had a tire pop, right? Tire popped, and then the tug caught fire right after. I've had engines go.
So is there any part of flying that does bother you?
No.
Honestly, you know what bothers me about flying, Greg? It's dealing with the other people in the
Actually, you know what? You're right.
Well, that's kind of a given.
You're right.
As a public transit operator and mechanic, believe me, I completely understand that.
Yeah.
Well, there's always sources of failure in everything, and being able to experience different things that are far away in a quick way, I personally am willing the risk. I've done it all my adult life. I've flown across the Pacific probably 100 times, 50 times, whatever.
I mean, I flew to Australia a couple of times. I'm like, how else do you do it? I mean, flew to Hawaii.
I
on to Europe.
I fall asleep.
One of the major parts that would bother me.
Hey, let me. Actually, Greg, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go take care of something. Be right back.
He's got to go poop.
No, Greg, that's you. When you message me on a live stream, you're like, "Can you run the stream for a few minutes?"
I gotta take a.
No, I'm just gonna
take a Dan.
I'm gonna be a gentleman and just say goodnight on my other
okay.
live stream.
All right.
Video chat.
Dan, have you ever been in an airplane?
No, but here's the funny part, Greg. I love everything there is to do about airplanes.
We got an airplane.
I wish I could have been an airplane mechanic, but I can't get myself into getting on one.
I don't know. Anything could happen at any point. Be on a serious note, when it's your time, it's your time. That's the way I look at it.
Or you just do the Baracus procedure.
What's that?
The Baracus procedure is when you heavily sedate the person so they're unconscious during the entire flight. Baracus, B.A. Baracus.
I will tell you this. We went to Australia for a honeymoon. As soon as we got on the plane, we had dinner. As soon as we took off, I don't know, an hour after, had dinner, watched a little bit of a movie, and took an Ambien, and I slept for like 9 straight hours, and landed right before, I don't know, probably about 45 minutes, an hour before we landed.
I just don't want to be that guy that gets on the plane and a little turbulence happens. I freak out. Next thing you know, I'm in handcuffs, surrounded by air marshals.
I have seen some people freak out on airplanes. I will say that in my time. I had a guy next to me one time. We were flying actually in the LaGuardia. And LaGuardia, and for Seth, I don't know if he's back yet. He knows it's a little bit of a weird pattern you have to go into. And I wouldn't call it.
Oops, I'm back. There you go.
I wouldn't call LaGuardia when you come in the land. I wouldn't say
it depends how you.
I wouldn't say it's the smoothest ride. Is the best way I can describe.
The problem with the LaGuardia is it's the middle of a city, so it's like the approach patterns that go in there.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're more nervous and you want to fly to New York, just fly to JFK.
JFK is nothing. You come in over the ocean, you're there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is if you're worried about that, flying to JFK versus LaGuardia. That's what I'm saying. But
this poor guy next to me. What's that?
Greg looks so disgusted with me.
I'm not disgusted.
This pansy won't fly.
This poor guy next to me, we're flying into LaGuardia, and it was probably one of my more bumpier flights in LaGuardia because it was right before.
Wait, one of your farts into LaGuardia?
Bumpier flights.
You said farts.
Farts. In the LaGuardia, it was like right before a thunderstorm. And he was flipping out because the flaps are going up and down, and which is not usually normal. And he's like, why is that doing that? Why is this doing that?
Because they have a checklist to follow that says,
and this guy was freaking out, like he was grabbing my arm and stuff. I was like, dude.
The only time I think I remember really getting scared, like, or really getting annoyed or scared, or was I was on a major airline that's based in Dallas, but not the one you're probably thinking of off the top of your head. The other major one that's based in Dallas. We're going to. Hi Haley. We'll say hi to Haley. I'll resume the story in a second.
Haley.
But I was on into St. Louis, and we were on final approach, and it was the pilot just did a steep turn, and I had to think to myself, "Hey, buddy, we were not in an F-18. You're in a 737. You don't want to make us sick. We're not used to the 10 G's or whatever G's of gravity on those steep turns." That was the only time I was a little annoyed. But you have rain, you have things. I've had instances I've diverted, and like it was more of just because, hey, someone's sick. You divert. Chances are it's someone else, not the plane's faults. Someone's sick and they need to, get the medical attention or something.
Yeah. Either you're gonna land or you're gonna die.
Thanks, Greg. That's comforting.
Golly.
And if you die, you're not gonna remember any of it anyway. So right.
But
you really know how to make a guy feel good.
All right.
Well, Lisa, I'm more literal, and I'm not making fun of you at all, but I'm just saying, in my eyes, if something's gonna happen, it's like if I fly to Hawaii and we're going in the drink, and there's a pretty good chance that we're not gonna survive. And
well, just remember
those
planes to Hawaii have to have extra equipment on them because of the overwater. They're ETOPS planes. They're specially.
You mean your seat cushion that turns into a flotation device?
No,
that ain't gonna do jack anything.
No, there's separate rules about life rafts, other safety equipment on board. Separate rules about engine maintenance. Hey, Greg, I read an article or something on one of the flyer blogs a year ago. A certain airline, one of the airlines flew a non-ETOPS plane out to Hawaii by accident.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah,
and that was big. That was a big problem once they realized it.
What's funny is my wife said, "You'll go into a burning building to fight a fire."
Yeah, but like Dan, in the case of like the overwater ones, they have separate crew. Like if they have to change out both engines, it's separate mechanics by rule. Separate mechanics have to service each engine. So if they screw up something,
don't do that anymore.
To reduce, chances of that. Things like that.
As far as maintenance goes on an airplane, you're talking about top-notch individuals.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. But it happens. For lack of a better term.
Stuff happens, but
I just don't want to be on that plane that day when it happens.
Yeah. Well,
I don't think anybody wants to be on that plane that happens.
Yeah.
I know somebody that was on the first plane that crashed into the World Trade Center, a coworker, and I talked to him the night before. So, you know what? Stuff happens.
Yeah.
That's just how life is. You can be driving in your car and someone could T-bone you, and that's it. So, I don't know. I don't think of things like that. I just try to enjoy life, and that's out of my control.
Well, I forget the word for it, but I'm Mr. Negative.
What's that? Pessimistic? Negative. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to change the subject here, but Cornbread has 6 daughters. Wow, you're never going to sleep again, boy.
My boss makes fun of me because I always have the outlook of the day's going to be shitty. Something good does happen, that's great. But if I continue with my outlook of a shitty day and it's just a shitty day, then we're all good.
I admit I'm kind of like that on some things. Those type of things I'm not. I guess I should probably take some of those things that I am pessimistic about and put them towards how I feel about, I don't know, traveling or whatever.
I just think it's funny. I have a coworker, and this guy's like way too super happy, way happy. You ask him, "Hey, how'd your day go yesterday?" "Oh, it was pretty shitty." I was like, "See, you let yourself down. If you just started with a shitty day and ended with a shitty day, there you go."
And with that being said, we're gonna get to some more radio here.
What's radio? I'm confused.
Cornbread have 7 kids,
And one of them's a son.
Well, hold on a second. Cornbread, what class license do you have? I bet you it's higher than Greg's.
I know it's higher. He said it last time.
Yeah, I know, but I gotta.
I remember.
Bust your chops.
I don't think we got his call sign though.
That's true. That's true. But
This 10-year-old found our general.
see,
Yeah,
I was right. He does have a general. So Cornbread, you can have 7 children, and you have a general license. Yet Greg's got 1, and he is a tech. I mean, I don't know. I gotta just find ways to bust Greg's chops. That's all. That's my point here. All right, Greg.
Greg, I'll back you up on this. Okay, I'm just a tech as well.
See,
leave him alone.
There's nothing wrong with being a tech.
We're taking our time to make sure we get it right the first time, right, Greg?
I'm taking that test once, and if I don't pass it,
just so you know, Greg, I'm scheduling mine within a week or 2.
Oh boy!
See, that's why I was. I didn't want to bring that up on the air, but okay. So, so you got the new. You got the Milo Cam 2.0. Is that what this is?
The Milo Buck Cam.
Hey, Greg, can you get a mic on Milo? Or
He doesn't talk too much. Only when he wants food. Hi, Milo.
Is it a he or she?
It's a he. Milo's a. Oh, that's right in his face.
There you go.
That works.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think it's the first time we've seen Milo's face on the stream.
At least
he knows someone's watching him too. Milo.
Well, actually, what's the? Oh yeah, he can't see the screen. He's got the lens on the.
He's actually looking at himself. That's why he's looking away.
Oh, he's looking at himself on your other on your computers. Okay.
This is the Milo cam now.
That's the phone.
That is the phone.
No, I know, but he's looking but you're not using the selfie cam. You're using the back, so he just sees the.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think
he's looking at one of the screens. He knows that something's up. Hi, Milo.
He's like, damn it,
he don't care. It looks like someone got a paintbrush and like gray all over him.
Yeah.
There you go. And good evening, Dex. How's So are you half sad in Philly tonight?
He finally got a TV? Did we lose somebody?
Nope.
Yeah.
Can I go to? I'm gonna go to some radio here.
Yep.
It's been a little while.
Sure. Am I going over to DStar land? Am I staying here?
I'm gonna be on 1 Charlie here.
1 Charlie.
This is Greg, K6EGG, monitoring reflector 1 Charlie from Southern California. Also live streaming on YouTube with a link in my QRZ profile.
Is Jeff on here?
Say who?
Jeff.
Jeff is there.
I'm here. Are you there?
Hey, I just wanted to say, dude, I love your videos.
Thank you.
I think I watched the last one yesterday night.
Yeah, I just put one out this morning, so that's new. But thank you very much. Thank you.
They're a lot more entertaining than Greg's Street.
I was gonna say you don't need to kiss Greg's ass. Trust me. I kid.
I heard that.
Jeez.
Hey Dex, do you know what a bye week is?
Why isn't your site coming up on YouTube?
What site? My site?
Yeah, I don't know why.
It should.
K6EGG and 2SCG.
Oh, you passed 600 subs.
Yeah, took a little bit.
This is Greg, K6EGG. Go ahead, N2SPG.
Kitty cam.
Hey, Greg, I thought you wanted to do some radio tonight, so I'll talk to you on the radio. And if you want to do me a favor, and bear with me 1 minute, I want to do the thing I told you I wanted to do the other night, which is try this earpiece and see how I sound on the air.
Really?
What they call the surveillance one. So, if you mind if I can use
This is legit.
stream for one of your intended purposes.
Sure. This is what the hobby's all about, testing stuff out. I know you got something going on here this weekend, so feel free. This is Greg, K6EGG. Go for it. You're ahead with your tests there. N2SPG.
Just tested with him last night. It sounded great.
The Milo cam.
Milo. What is that? Milo's being still, just staring at the phone?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Surprised he hasn't sneezed on it.
It looks like a dang picture for real.
Hi, Milo.
Like a still follow.
Milo. See, he's moving around.
Oh, there he goes. Yeah.
Hi.
K6EGG and 2SCG.
Kind of has that look on his face.
Yep, you sound loud and clear there, N2SPG. This is Greg, K6EGG.
That's awesome.
Bath time.
Yep, he's going to go take a
All right,
nap
good
after
to know.
this.
I'm using one of these, what they call the surveillance microphones. I think I showed you them all the other night, but for people watching on your stream, I got a VTech QHM07, so Quebec Hotel Mike 07 earpiece. It was like $16 off of Amazon, and yeah, it looks like one of those like FBI or surveillance ones, or incognito headphones. So figure I'm gonna try to use this on Sunday because it's easier to get the audio in my ear if I'm in a loud environment. Back to you, Greg.
Okay, 1414.
Yeah, it sounds good. I believe the some military use those, SWAT team, as well as obviously Secret Service that you've seen in the past, back in the day. So yeah, sounds good. No problems. You don't sound at all bad.
Jeff, I'm disappointed.
All right, that's good to hear. I ended up buying a second one of these just in case, because they say you can never have enough backups of stuff. So it's all sounding good. I can kind of hear myself. I took off my headphones and I kind of hear myself, but I just was concerned, just because want to make sure it works, and pretty easy to set up, and once you wrap around the collar, it makes it semi comfortable. So but I know you want to talk radio, so here we are. You going to stay on here for a while? You want to go somewhere else? Or what are you going to do? N2SPG.
You should be.
I don't know. I might go to DMR here. Seems like it's pretty quiet on DStar. I was on 30 Charlie a little while ago. I don't think you were around when I was on it. As far as having two of something, yes, I'm very famous to have backups of stuff. I have a second Pi-Star here just in case my other one fails. Actually, I had this in my car. I don't anymore, but all good. Good to hear you in there. Sound good. So what are you going to use this surveillance kit for being in a loud environment?
Marathon.
Thanks for giving it away.
I mean, why not?
Well, Greg, as you know, I'm scheduled, I put myself down to volunteer at the New York City Marathon on Sunday. Still waiting for an email with
That's
my
Milo
assignment.
Cam.
So I think I know where I'm going to be. I'm just waiting to hear back formally. I got an email yesterday just to confirm that I'm still committing to participating. I guess they're having they're just trying to figure out the last minute of the planning. So yeah, obviously if you're in New York City or a loud environment, you're going to have a lot of people cheering or running or whatever. So you want to make sure, there's concerns about about my speaker mic. So I figured let me try this and see how see if this does any better.
I guarantee you, he's still gonna have problems.
Yeah, I used to use one of those at work. They're good. It's just my ear at the end of a 10-hour day, every day, it wreaks havoc. It starts to get itchy and everything. Obviously, with not being warm in November, you're not going to have to deal with any type of sweating or anything. That was another gripe of having the in-ear surveillance kit, so to speak, radio, microphone, and earpiece. But yeah, it's hard to listen to stuff in a loud environment with a radio. And some of the newer radios we have on the new production trucks are digital, so it's even harder to kind of pick out, what someone's saying in a loud environment. It doesn't cut through the same as far as like an analog signal would. But I think you said you're going to be using analog, so you should be fine with that surveillance kit.
Just watching Milo taking his shower here. Hi, Milo.
Well, honestly, they tell everyone to have a DMR radio. They may do analog, they may do digital. I think we're doing analog. Once I get the final frequency list, I'll know. I can do either one. But I don't know if you checked the weather for Sunday afternoon or Sunday in New York City. It's supposed to be unseasonably warm with a high of like 69 degrees or something like that last I checked. So it's going to be a nice warm day out in New York City.
Being at least a runner in high school and ran most of my life till my knee started bothering me, being warmer is actually worse. Like 60s and like cloudy is like the perfect, like foggy is like the perfect running atmosphere. You can get some good times. Although I've never ran I guess I have ran in New York City, Central Park a number of years ago. It must be pretty interesting running through those buildings with the wind, depending on where you're at, it hits you and stuff like that. But being warm, I would say most of New York is probably in the shadow anyways, this time of year. Would that be correct? Even though if it is warm?
The New York City, that is.
I don't know about a shadow. It depends. I guess it depends upon the time of day. Yeah, it's weird because it's like I saw what they said for the runners, in the app saying, watch yourself with the heat. They should try to run the shade if possible. Bring like a hat or umbrella to help and stuff. But it's just for me. I know I'm just gonna wear something light on Sunday because it's gonna be pretty warm, so but yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, it should be fun. I'll try to take a picture or two or a movie or something to show you guys what's going on. So anyway, Greg, I'm gonna probably take a standby because I don't want to hog this thing up. So this is M2SPG. I'm gonna be standing by after your next Greg, K6EGG and M2SPG.
Copy that. Yeah, make some video. I would love to share some of that on the live stream, which I'm on right now. So if anybody's just tuning in to Reflector 1 Charlie, this is Greg K6EGG. I have a link in my QRZ profile to the live stream. Would love to have you join in. Nice to hear you in there, Seth, N2SPG. I'm going to take a standby on 1 Charlie. Let somebody else have it. So this is Greg, K6EGG, standing by and monitoring on Reflector 1 Charlie from Southern California.
And watching Milo here. He's a nice cat. He really is a nice cat. It's a very loyal cat. He was a rescue cat. The other cat, we got her from a breeder. Not so much a rescue cat. From a breeder up in Northern California. That was a fun drive. A 7.5 hour drive with a brand new kitten in a cage. Oh my goodness.
K6EGG. K6EGG. Whiskey 8 Yankee Alpha. Whiskey 8 Yankee Alpha. Name is Mark.
Hey there, Mark. W8YA. This is Greg, K6EGG, here on the West Coast. Good evening to you. What's left of it there. I'm also checking out your ham shack there as well. Good to hear you in here tonight.
Always love. I have the same.
I just thought I'd turn this one on. I'm on the little Icom 705. I'm about to go to bed, but I thought I'd be part of your YouTube video in case anybody wants to see what ham radio is about.
Absolutely. We're checking out your shack right now, as I just mentioned, and all 8 or 9 of your monitors, and it looks like you have a 7300 there as well. Is that what I see there?
Are you burping, Sam?
No, that wasn't me.
Oh, that's the 7610. Yeah.
And you didn't show.
Yeah,
You didn't show
I
his
got some screens
QRZ
recently,
page.
so I have about 10 screens now.
Yeah, there you go.
Copy that. I forgot to show your screen. I was too busy watching my cat take a shower right now behind me. Cool deal, man. Well, good to have you in there. I also have that same cushion, although I'm not sitting there at the moment. But, man, that's good for your back right there. And I appreciate you jumping in and saying hi tonight here on 1 Charlie there, Mark. This is Greg, K6EGG for Mark, W8YA.
It's like he's making a lot of contacts here all over the world.
Yeah, Greg, we're in Highland, Michigan. We're about 40 miles northwest of Detroit, and my SWR is pretty high. I just have a little Baofeng rubber duck antenna on the 705 here, so I thought I'd just say hi and glad you're proliferating the hobby to everyone watching out there. Hopefully, there's some people watching. Does it show you how many people are watching?
Yeah, currently we had up to 16 earlier watching. Right now, about 5 are watching, but sometimes people roll in and watch it at a later time. Most of my videos get between 100 and 500 views. Not all too big, but good enough to show somebody the hobby at least. I have a little over 1,000 subscribers.
All right. Well, sounds good. Sounds like you're a pretty well-known part of the hobby. I've been doing this 30 years and have been having a good time. Just got into DStar recently, so I got a little hotspot connected to a Raspberry Pi, and that's what I'm connecting to DStar with currently. So the Icom 705 transmits the signal to a little antenna in the basement that's hooked up to Wi-Fi, and that's how I'm talking to you now.
Well, you're sounding really good, man. I'm glad you got into DStar. There's so many new different things you can get into in the digital world, and it can get people involved with a hobby that can't get involved with a hobby with restrictions on HOA and stuff like that, and you can make contacts from all over the world. So, cool thing, man. Glad you're interested in it.
I don't even know if I want to go there, Cornbread.
Yeah, very good, Brad. Yeah, I talked to Ivan in South Korea on this channel. I think it was 1 Charlie DStar channel a couple nights ago. It could have been 30 Charlie, I don't remember, but I think it was this one. So he lives on the 13th floor of a high-rise building in South Korea, and I think it's Ulsan is the name of the city there. So you can talk to people all over the world. And people say, oh, well, you can just call them on your cell phone. And I say to that, when's the last time you called somebody in South Korea on your cell phone?
You know what? I feel exactly the same way because I've talked to Ivan a number of times. He's a very good dude. He's around the digital world quite often, so he's a good little ambassador to the hobby, making contacts. He was actually my first international contact on, I believe it was 12 Alpha, or 70 Charlie, sorry, when I was in the repeater before I had my hotspot. So, yeah, he's a pretty good dude. Tell him you talk to me. He's always around and always happy to make contacts here in the United States.
Yeah, he's a good one. I talked to a guy in Australia, on the east coast of Australia, north of Sydney, I believe it is. International contacts. Often you can talk to people in England or Ireland on here as well. I'm gonna hit the road and go to bed, Brad, but come up with your live stream, and I hope you get someone else in here, someone interesting to talk to. I'm sure there's plenty. And I want to say 7-3, best wishes, and take care. K6EGG, Whiskey 8, Yankee Alpha. Have a good night, Brad.
W8YA. This is Greg, K6EGG. And just to let you know, if you're since you're new to DStar, and if you want to make some contacts in the Los Angeles area, jump on reflector 12 Alpha. Yes, I said Alpha 12A. Probably late or early morning or late morning California time. There's some guys floating around on there. There's a repeater system, about 9 or 10 DStar repeaters up and down the California coast and inland all the way into almost Baker, California. So check that out. They would love to hear somebody in from Michigan there. So take care. Mark, W8YA. This is Greg, K6EGG.
Yeah, cornbread. You got to explain that. This is Milo. Milo
I have it
Cam.
written down, Greg. Thank you for that. And 7-3, K6EGG,
Hi, Milo.
WYA. Take care.
That's the Milo Cam. He's 1,923 miles away. He's got his GPS setting in there. And thanks for everybody watching tonight here on coming over from Reflector 1 Charlie. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you are new. What was that?
All right, guys, I'm going to bed. Good night.
Good night,
He's
Jeff.
going to bed. He's
Hey,
gonna
Greg,
watch...
did you have the audio up on the Milo Cam before?
Later, Jeff.
No, I don't. I don't have audio available for that.
Interesting, because it sounded like you did.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's see here.
There is an audio source available with that. I know that. I don't know if you can route it in through the Greg Magic.
Let's see here.
Because was Milo looking something? Because I swear I heard it.
No, yeah, that was Sam making that noise or somebody.
No, that wasn't me.
I'm gonna blame Sam.
I can go for that.
Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah.
Hey, no cursing on this channel, please.
Sorry.
Audio.
Fuck you! Exactly.
Audio input catcher.
Would you like to make a comment?
If you want to make a comment, fuck you!
Let's see here. No, I don't think I can. Oh, yeah, I can. Let's see if I can.
I'll have to get my animating skills out. Take a screenshot of cat there.
I guess we don't have Scott number 1 around tonight because I don't see a screenshot.
No.
No screenshots available. Audio properties. Yeah, there we go.
Is there a launch tonight?
No, there's one last night.
No, well,
Is there a what?
Space Flight Now is live.
Oh, okay.
They're rolling out.
It says Artemis returned to pad.
Yeah.
Is that the one we wanted to see, Greg? When we went to Orlando, you were hoping to see that, and they got delayed.
No, it was a Falcon. It was a Falcon Heavy.
I thought it was Artemis that was supposed to go, and they got pushed back. You know.
Yeah, that got put down. I don't trust that thing.
The Artemis has been pushed back like 5 or 6 times.
It's been pushed back like 100 times. Why is this monitor only?
You got the chill Milo cam. You got to, Greg. You got to add a scene in OBS.
I
Milo
did.
at the bottom.
I
With
know.
Milo's name.
I am right now. Just be patient.
Me patient. Where am I from? Remind me. Can't.
Orange Red, the third one, really? Dude, I can't handle one, let alone 3.
So what are you on? 30. You're on.
I'm on 1 Charlie right now.
1 Charlie, right? Yeah. Let me go over to 30 Charlie. And
Did
see
the
if there's
Milo cam
any-
come up?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll have to send that to Alicia. She probably will like that. The Milo cam.
All right. I'm on 30 Charlie. Not too much going on there. Mr. Prosser. On the hose line, we got North California, Papa Bridge, South Jersey. That Chinese talk group. Another Chinese one.
Which was very surprising that I made a contact on there too.
Right. Exactly.
Everybody's like, there's nobody on there. And they spoke English.
You got a couple Canadian, and it looks like a German talk group.
I'm getting my open spot hooked up right now as we speak.
So, Steph, you said there is no bridges from Grandmeister to DStar?
There are for certain, I believe for certain, certain, what's it called? What's the word for certain reflectors there are. But I don't think there's any but I don't think there are any for 1 Charlie or 30 Charlie.
No.
I mean, you can go in with there's some computer apps you can use, but I've heard rumors. Yeah, I've also heard rumors where
DStar
guys
or
who run-
DroidStar?
One of those.
DStar on the PC.
Oh,
George Star's on the iPhone.
But
and
I've
Android.
but I've also heard that if the admins of 1 Charlie or 30 Charlie catch see you, they'll block you from connecting
with that
those
device.
apps. Yeah, but I don't know. I mean,
I've talked to a number of people on there, and
yeah, I've heard stuff. So I guess it's just make sure all your settings are correct before you go on there.
Mm-hmm.
So where am I going here, Baba Booey?
I'm looking.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey. Baba Booey.
That only took 30 seconds.
Well, I'm looking for talk groups, man. I'm like, I can only do so much at once.
Slacker.
Guys can't.
Last heard.
Melted snowflakes.
Well, there's some stuff happening on TGI. There's little things happening on TGIF.
Where'd you get that?
Are you a snowflake?
I a snowflake? Hell no.
Absolutely not. I just want to know where you got that
It's from Washington. I found it online. This place right here. Take a screenshot. You can always roll back.
What is that? Oh, that's the ice. Yeah.
It looks like Milo's completely out now, by the way. Oh.
No,
Nope.
Milo's still awake.
No, well, somebody just used the
restroom?
Yeah, no. The garbage disposal. I think it woke him up.
Ah. If you want to go over to TGIF, the couple of talk groups are active over there.
It's kind of quiet, huh?
Yep. Couple of groups here. Too bad you don't have the ability to do 10 meters, Greg. You probably can get some action on FT8.
Oh boy, here we go.
He wants me to get some action.
Not that kind of an action. Hell no.
I just said he just wants me to get some action.
Well, Greg, I know you don't have a working radio. I mean, Sam does. I don't know what his excuse is for not doing 10 meters.
I don't have an antenna.
Oh, God.
Keep the wire, man.
The tuner on the 991A is so. It only does 3. You got to make sure you got it just right. There's a Papa net going on. It looks like there's South Jersey, America Link.
Shocking, America Link.
Oh yeah, let's talk to Hat Son and Bob.
Hat's son.
Hat Son.
Hat Son.
That's what Bob calls him. Evening, good afternoon, Hat Son.
There's a South
So
Jersey
I don't
talk
want
group.
to sound like racist or anything, but this is kind of how. Oh, wait a minute! I got a delay problem here.
What's wrong, Greg?
I'm having a computer failure. I'm getting some errors. Turn that down a little bit. All right, that seems to be working now.
Let's see.
But one of the guys from a broadcasting company that doesn't speak English, kept on going, Dave's son. And they're like, what are you saying? What? No, my name is, I don't want to say the guy's name because he might be watching. And then, no, Dave's son. He's like, then they finally figured out. He was saying Dave's son.
What actually what they do in Japan, they'll say your actual name, but they'll add son to it. Doesn't matter what your name is.
When have you been to Japan?
I've known about this for years.
Have you been on a plane before, Sam?
He was Karate Kid.
No.
You've never been on an airplane before?
Well, like not like a airliner.
All right, next time I'm over Alabama, I got a gift for you.
Dropping turds on my house ain't a gift.
Yeah, it is. What are you talking about?
So America Link's got activity. Papa Bridge has got activity. There's an Arkansas channel that's got activity.
Arkansas.
Yeah, that. 31050 is Arkansas.
Should I try Alabama Link?
Sure. Nobody's talking on anyway.
Or there's an Ontario talk group.
No, that one didn't work last time.
Okay. You got North America worldwide.
Is that 31?
93 or 3100 also.
Somebody just Greg, you just key up?
Nope.
Who's Robin? Sexy who's Robin? What?
I'm lost.
I don't know what that means. Oh, Dan just keyed up on Alabama Link.
I saw my light go off. Didn't see a name.
What light is that?
The receive light.
Did you say the turd light?
Open spot connected to brand Micro 3103.
I can't wait till I go over Alabama again.
Damn it.
You know, the first time I ever doo-dooed in a plane was over Ohio.
Well,
Thanks for sharing,
you had
Greg.
to, you had to bring that up, didn't we?
This is
So
Greg,
you might run over my-
K6EGG, monitoring Alabama link from Southern California.
That's right. Wake all the old people up over here.
Well, look
Dude,
who's
it's like
talking, Sam.
7 hours past their bedtime if they're that old. Drinking out of their sippy cup. Speaking of sleeping, he gone. Well, now as soon as I start talking about him, he opens his eyes up. Hi, Milo.
He's just waiting to kill you later tonight when you go to sleep.
No, he's ready to eat me after I die.
That's what I'm saying.
Death by kitty.
Actually, I want to try
There's
something.
nobody on here. I know it's late. Here goes Dan.
KCONR monitoring from Bridgeport, Ohio.
Word of wise, mute your Discord.
Yes.
This is Greg, K6EGG, monitoring from California. What's going on, Dan? KCAONR.
Oh, I see
Good
what you're
evening,
saying
Greg.
about Robin, yeah.
This is KCONR.
Sam's
What's going on over there in
Robin.
the sunny state of California?
Actually, it's going to get cold for California standards. We're going to get our first cold night of the fall. I think we're going to dip into the low 40s tonight, and this will probably be the first or second, actually the second night that I haven't run the AC at night since May, or April actually, because it gets quite warm upstairs in my second story here.
Oh, cool. Cornbread. Nice.
That's funny because looks like our low here tonight's going to be 52 degrees. That's pretty sad. This weekend's supposed to be great. In the 70s, perfectly clear. And as usual, I have to work. So I'm not very excited about it.
Yeah, we're up into the 80s here up until about a week ago when we got some rain a couple nights ago, or a couple mornings ago, and we're supposed to get some storms rolling through here, which is good. I'm looking forward to it.
It's been a while since we had some rain here. Well, I take that back. It was, what was that? Saturday, I think we had a little bit of rain. It was a little chilly. No, I wouldn't say it was cold, but it was chilly. I feel pretty normal. A little above normal temperature-wise, but I'll take it. Due to that global warming, you know.
Yes, Seth said it's going to be in the upper 60s in New York City on Sunday. Yeah, so you guys are getting our normal warm weather when we're chilling out here. But I'll take the fall weather. It's kind of a nice of a change. My body doesn't do too well in the cold, and I know 40s isn't that cold, but for me, with my thin blood here from California.
3 meter?
I gotta have 4 seasons. As nice as Florida and California and all those snowbird states sound, I gotta have my 4 seasons. I like cold weather. I'm a rather large guy, so us large get cold. And QSDG.
into SPG, KC1R. Hey, Dan, you can always add layers, right? You know, that's why you like to order. No, I'd rather not add layers. And you definitely don't want me taking stuff off. So, we'll just keep it normal. Oh boy. But, yeah, I don't know what Greg's doing. It looks like we lost him. Did he fall asleep or something? I don't know.
You didn't lose me. I was just giving you a chance to get in there. By the way, you sound lower than you did on DStar earlier. I don't know why.
I was going to mention that as well, but I wanted the professional audio engineer to make a comment about that. Well, microphone back on the HT, and also I'm on my open spot, but I'm doing YSF for DMR, so I may want to disconnect here and come to Alabama Link via the DMR bridge to see if I sound any better.
All right, I'll talk since you keyed over Dan there. This is Greg K6EGG. Give it a try.
He gets mad when I call him out.
Seth has a trigger happy for the PTT.
I'm going to key over, Dan. I don't know. Alright, this is N2SCG Internet. QS1 over to Alabama Link on the DMR side.
So it should be hooked up, right?
What?
Sam? The YSF
What?
side?
Yeah, I'm hearing everything.
I know,
What's
but
up? What up, Greg?
it should be all linked together, right?
Yeah, so I just gotta switch my open spot to a different mode.
I'm hearing y'all on the YSF repeater.
K6EGG, N2SPG. How do I sound now?
Yeah,
He does sound better.
Yeah, you do sound a lot better there. A lot louder.
And mute yourself if you can.
Alright, well, I just came in through the DMR, the Brandmeister talk group as opposed to the YSF reflector, so I'll have to keep that in mind.
And Dan, would you agree with that? He is louder over here?
Oh yeah, much louder and better audio, much more clear. The other mode, you were kind of muffled and low. And yeah, I sounded fine on DStar when I came into 1 Charlie with the earpiece. I couldn't answer that. You'll have to ask the professional audio engineer.
Yeah, you sounded fine on DStar. It's just Like Dan said, just muffled and just low. It's weird. Must be some sort of conversion or something. Either you going in and the source listening out. I don't understand.
Hi, Milo. Milo.
Don't wake him up.
Hell yeah. He wakes me up every night. Screw that.
K6EGG and K6EGG. Did you lose me?
I don't think I heard your reply after, so I probably did. I hear you now, though.
I accidentally keyed up twice in a row. My hand flipped off the PTT button. So I guess there's some sort of like security thing or something if you if I do that, I guess. So okay. Nice to know it's working now.
No, that's just operator error.
Copy that, yeah. All good. You're coming in clear now. All right, I think I'm going to call it a night. Got kind of a long 3 days here coming up. I think I'm going to do what Milo's doing right now and take a nap. I'm pretty tired. This is Greg K6EGG for N2SPG and Dan K C8ONR. I hope I got that right. I'm going off of memory on that one because I can't see that part of the dashboard. This is Greg K6EGG.
I'll take that as a yes.
You got it right.
All right, Greg. Have fun. Have a good night. I'll talk to you later. N2SPG will be clear.
At least off Alabama Link.
Right.
Right?
What am I hearing all of a sudden?
All right, fellas. Have a good evening. And we'll talk to you again and watch the stream another time.
Yep.
So with that, I'll say 73 to K6EGG and 2SPG. You fellas have a fine evening. And Sam, KM4EEO, you have a fine evening as well. This is KC8ONR 73.
7-3.
What's it called? So, all right. That was really weird how it's,
What?
Hey, Greg, do you have another radio on?
Connected to friend mic.
Do I? No, I haven't changed anything.
Oh, never mind. I'm at that point where I must be getting tired because I'm like, I'm hearing some chatter, and it turns out I had the audio on the hose line on a different tab, and it's driving me nuts. I'm like, what the hell's going on?
I gotta say, my audio sounds good.
It does.
Your audio sounds good on.
Dan, your audio sounds better on DMR than it does on the stream.
You know what? I don't need it. I don't need it.
Is he turning into a sad ham?
You need to change that to a mad ham.
Oh. Oops.
Oh,
it's a mad ham. Just be like Milo and just chill out and relax.
Yeah, I wish I could be like Milo. I think I'm going to head there too.
I think everybody wants to be like Milo.
So in the 90s, it was Be Like Mike, and now in 2022, it's Be Like Milo.
Right.
So we have I think Cornbread brought up something. Sam is going to be Robin.
Why?
Okay.
I see it.
I see it too.
I see it.
Sam, you're always in the background. You kind of make little side comments every now and then. Like your little comments every now and then. I can see it.
So
we got Baba Booey here, of course.
Baba Booey.
He had that one ready. I let him into that one.
I'm just the stage hand that pops in and out every now and then.
What would Milo be? Beetlejuice?
Well, what would Dex be? I think I know what Dex might be.
A sad ham.
Stuttering John? I don't know.
Before or after he went to the Tonight Show and separated himself from that gang.
He tried to big time those guys too.
Yep.
Yep. That doesn't work so well.
Who else? Let me see. Who else could? I don't know. We'll figure it out.
We'll go with Robin for right now.
Okay. Now,
Dan, we can barely
Dan,
hear you, man.
Hey, we can barely hear you. Dan, I need you to do me a favor, buddy. And when Greg decides to leave us all, please continue to grace us with your presence for a couple of minutes after the stream. And Dex, what am I doing?
Okay.
What is Dex doing? I don't know what Dex is doing, Greg. I think he's being I
hit the wrong key.
Robert, who is Dex?
Rob.
Dex, who is Robert?
Rob, who is Dex, not Robert. Come on.
I don't know.
Get your S together. Fuck you! Would you like to make a comment? Fuck you! Yeah. I heard, like I said, I heard that the other day.
Hear me.
I can hear you.
I got Logitech equipment. What's that tell you?
Ugh.
All right. So, Greg, when's the next time you're going to be on the air?
Well, I got to work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm going to try attempt.
Today's Thursday, isn't it?
What's that?
Yeah,
today's Thursday. Yeah. I thought it was Wednesday. I'm going to try to attempt to do a morning live stream. One of the mornings. I don't know. Not tomorrow morning. Or maybe Monday morning, and I'm going to do it definitely on Monday night.
Okay.
But I have like a 17-hour day on Tuesday, followed by a 10-hour day, followed by another 17-hour day, and then another 11-hour day. Want me to keep going till next Tuesday? I think is my next day off, or next Sunday. Which I got to look here.
That wasn't intentional.
Actually, a week. So basically, I got 7 days in a row, starting on the 8th. I'm going to try to do a morning live stream one of those mornings. But I got in 7 days, I got a lot of days. I got a lot of hours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, 6 days. I'll probably have 75 hours in 6 days. So we'll see how I feel.
Okay.
But
you're getting paid, so.
Well, yeah, I'm getting paid. I'm not a hater. I like money. You like money?
Of course.
Should I make a rude comment?
No.
You don't like ice?
Hey.
Fuck you! Wow, you're a lot of
What,
bad
he don't like
language.
ice?
He doesn't like ice in his soda. And my other friend Carrie doesn't like ice. Maybe I should have you guys both on the stream one day. I'll bring them in here. Maybe you guys can discuss that.
Ice, baby.
Actually, I know a third guy doesn't like ice too. I'll three-way call everybody and get everybody in here.
It's a 3-way live stream.
Anyway.
Yeah. All right. So you guys take care. Stay in the thing there for a minute while I sign off.
Hold on, we have one more thing, Greg.
What's that?
Just to make sure we get it in.
We got Steve in there. and let's see. Let's get some progress on the Milo. He's still sleeping.
Oh wow,
Must be
he's
nice.
fully out.
Oh yeah, he's
his
out.
neck is like he's turned. He's like,
yeah, he's trying to get the light out of his eyes. Must be nice to be a cat. All right, y'all take care. Stay in the chat there for a second, and I'll see you folks later.